to it. Mr. Brock, you have the floor for 5 minutes, sir. Go ahead.
Thank you, Chair. Mr. Trudeau, your claim that you have a fraternal relationship with your brother is not entirely accurate. You helped in your brother's nomination race in 2008, his leadership campaign in 2013. You were extremely important in that campaign. And before your brother left for China in 2016, he read your book. And 5 days after he returned from that trip, he showed up at a promotional event with you for your book. In those circumstances, would you agree with me that the two wealthy billionaire Chinese nationals with direct links to the communist regime influencing you was directly influencing the Prime Minister?
No, I disagree with those qualifications entirely. I didn't play an important role in 2013. I wasn't involved in 2013. I helped my brother at the very beginning of 2012 when he had an embryonic team, and I helped in a very fraternal way.
Thank you, Thank you, Mr. Trudeau. Thank you. Just want to confirm a number of points. I'm doing some cleanup here. You only signed one donation in the Foundation's history, the now infamous $200,000 from the Beijing regime, correct?
I think we've gone over this time and time again. I've even told the committee why we signed.
That answer is yes. Thank you, Mr. Trudeau. Mm-hmm. You didn't question the tax receipts being sent to ultimately China, did you?
I explained that tax receipts being sent to China because the donor was a Chinese citizen raises no confusion or red flags at any level.
In fact, you said that, and I quote your words here, that the Millennium Golden Eagle International was a legitimate business operating in Canada. But if you exercise your due diligence, which you claim that you did, and the board did, and your organization did, you would have realized that the corporate address for this multinational corporation was in the Montreal suburb of Dorval, probably a 4,000 to 5,000 square foot mansion, very large home with a pool and a basketball court. Were you aware of that?
I would challenge your understanding of
the corporate world
of Canada. No, there's nothing. The corporate address of my film company is an Art Deco home on Pine Avenue.
Were you aware of the
I
facts
was made
that
aware
I just
of that,
presented?
and there's nothing there.
Were you further aware that the address that this company listed in Hong Kong, where the original receipt went to, actually doesn't exist? That a reporter from the Globe who actually attended Hong Kong went to the address trying to make some inquiries about the operators of this company. The person who answered the door had no idea. Were you aware of that, sir?
No, I wasn't aware, but I know corporate addresses are fairly irrelevant, frankly, for the nature of ownership, for the nature of taxes.
Thank you. Everything is irrelevant. I get it. You didn't question the urgency of providing the donation around major political events for your brother, the Prime Minister, did you?
Sorry, repeat the question?
You did not question the urgency of providing the donation around major political events for your brother?
No, because there was an urgency long before my brother was in politics.
You never questioned the intention of the wealthy billionaires linked directly to the communist regime who were highly interested in the scholarship of the Trudeau Foundation. You did not question that.
They were not interested in the scholarship of the Trudeau Foundation. It became a condition for them to do their work at the University of Montreal.
You said you expressed some concerns about the Globe story. You talked about it being simply intelligence. My former background as a Crown attorney, I rely upon evidence when I present a case. And the evidence we have here from an unnamed source from Canada's spy agency is there is actually a taped conversation between Mr. Zhang, the philanthropist that you claim is simply a legitimate businessman, and an unnamed commercial attaché at one of China's consulates in Canada discussing the possibility of your brother defeating Stephen Harper's Conservatives, forming the government, and furthermore, and more damaging, is instructions that Beijing would reimburse him for the entire amount of the donation to the Trudeau Foundation. You dismiss that simply what? As hearsay?
Well, the facts are wrong. There was never any question of $1 million donation to the Trudeau Foundation.
No, $200,000. Let's be more
But the
specific.
report in the Globe and Mail says $1 million. So when the facts are wrong, and you haven't seen the evidence, and I won't,
Thank
so
you.
I
Do
will
you-
reserve
do you-
judgment.
Mr.
The consulate who interfered with the family of a sitting Conservative member in this Parliament and threatened that member, do you think that that consulate should be expelled immediately?
Very quick
I'm not
answer,
aware of the
please.
facts of all that, so I'm not going to pronounce myself on it.
You don't read the papers?
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Brock. Thank you. Ms. Sachs?